We live in an age where success is measured by how brightly the spotlight shines on us. More eyes, more applause, more followers. However, in the realm of spirituality, the rules are different. Here, the brightest light belongs to those whose hands serve without seeking credit and whose hearts give without keeping score. And sometimes, if we are fortunate to catch a glimpse of such a soul, it changes us forever. Let me share with you a gem of a story from the life of a great saint called Venkatnath. One day while traveling between towns, Venkatnath came across a sannyasi monk. The sadhu had been walking for miles to reach an ashram to meet a great master he had heard about. However, his feet were sore and his chappals were biting into his skin. So the sannyasi took off his chappals and was resting. Looking at Venkatnath, who appeared to be just an ordinary layman, the sannyasi casually handed him his chappals and said, "Will you please carry these for me?" Without a flicker of hesitation, Venkatnath took the chappals into his hands and continued walking alongside him. He held them gracefully without any disgust. A few hours later, as they neared the ashram, an unusual sight awaited them. Many sannyasis and ashramvasis had lined up on both sides of the road with anticipation on their faces. Some were holding flower petals and garlands in their hands, while others held incense. It was clear that they were waiting for someone eminent. The tired sannyasi said, "This welcome is obviously for someone important. It cannot possibly be for me. No one even knew that I was coming." With a tranquil look and a calm voice, Venkatnath replied, "It could be for me." Only then did the sannyasi realize that the humble man whom he had asked to carry his chappals was a great master himself. Ashamed beyond words, he ran away, leaving his chappals behind. The truly humble may not be visible to the world, yet in the eyes of the divine, their greatness is unmatched. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna elaborates further on humility and equanimity of vision that consequently stems from it. Let me read from Bhagavad Gita for everyday living. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shvapake cha pandita samadarshinaha. In the commentary to this verse, I have explained, the sign of divine knowledge is that it is accompanied by a sense of humility, while shallow bookish knowledge is accompanied with the pride of scholarship. It is divine knowledge that bestows a vision so different from physical sight. Endowed with knowledge, devotees see all living beings as souls who are fragments of God and are therefore divine in nature. To illustrate an equanimous vision, Sri Krishna uses examples of diametrically contrasting species and life forms. A Vedic Brahman who conducts worship ceremonies is respected, while a dog eater is often looked down upon as an outcast. A cow is milked for human consumption, but not a dog. An elephant is used for ceremonial parades, while neither the cow nor the dog are. From the physical perspective, these species are sharp contrasts, in the spectrum of life on our planet. However, a truly learned person, says Sri Krishna, endowed with spiritual knowledge, sees them all as eternal souls and consequently views them with an equal eye. So humility is the soil in which all spiritual virtues take root. It is humility that makes a spiritual practitioner treasure simplicity over luxury, anonymity over applause. It makes them relish solitude because they seek no audience for their service and no acclaim for their virtues. We can also take inspiration on humility from the Buddha's teacher, Patrul Rinpoche. Though revered as a bodhisattva with many disciples, Patrul Rinpoche wandered like a simple monk. Whenever he stayed in one area for a few days, his aura and discourses would attract many. However, he was principled about avoiding fame and comfort. So after a while, he would simply go away from that place and seek solitude elsewhere. Once, he sought shelter in the home of an old woman. Alongside his spiritual practice, he quietly did her household chores. One afternoon, while he was emptying her cooking pot in the backyard, a group of visiting lamas arrived at her home. They asked the old lady if she had seen their great teacher, Patrul Rinpoche, who was heard to be residing somewhere in that region. She asked for their master's description. As the lamas detailed his appearance, clothing, and mannerisms, it struck the old lady that the person who was outside emptying her pot was none other than the great master. Overwhelmed with embarrassment, she too slipped away from her home, as in the story of Venkatnath. Both stories whisper the same timeless truth. Humility is a foundational virtue on the path of spirituality. The humble recognize everybody as a part of the same supreme divine power. Such an equanimous vision makes them see the good in others, while they work hard to improve their own selves. Therefore, humility is the cradle where all spiritual values are nurtured. Such humility is not loud, nor does it announce itself. It simply bows lower and serves deeper. And in doing so, it reveals inner greatness.